All right, here in a minute, well, to be exact, 2 minutes, we'll get started. Be working on some Godot Engine stuff. Oh, and let's see. There he is. Still awake, only barely. Oh yeah, yeah, me too. Hope some more people come too. Sure. Yeah, we'll see. I haven't done a whole lot of these, but yeah, I've been messing around with Godot Engine for a couple of weeks now. I like it. It's pretty good. Oh, okay. Cool. All right. See, I was going to run this, just repeat this music. I don't think I will. I think I will, even though this is what I've been playing the rest of my, it's just background music, so I've still got to find some more legal music to play. Yeah, that's what I'm doing today. I'm doing the Godot stuff. He says, I saw you started a Godot series, but I must finish a game using Live2D first. Next, I'll take a look at some engines. Yeah, that's what I'm working on today, is some Godot engine stuff. So, you know, it may or may not be up your alley right now. But, you know, if you want to hang out, absolutely. It'd be great. I'm going to go ahead and play this stuff. I know I've got to find more music. Okay, let's get this. Let's get this stuff on the road. And let's see if I can get my now playing stuff working. It is working, as far as I can tell. Yeah, cool. I coded that up today. Pretty neat. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, last time, that would be yesterday, worked on a little bit more dialogue stuff and started implementing the save system stuff. Thanks. Nice music. Thanks, man. So now you can, of course, talk to people. You've got dialogue selections, which I did a few days ago, and that's all from a JSON dialogue tree, or a JSON file. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. Just so you can see what I'm talking about. Just sort of a, so this is the project. This is the Godot project. And I have a dialog.json file. We'll stick Cadius up there too. And this just has all the dialogue in. in it, just the different replies and then the branches that you go to based on what you choose. So that's what this is all about. So that's working. I'm as per normal. I'm not necessarily happy with the way the code looks, but it works. It's working. So if I come in here and I say something like no thanks, so he gives me a potion. So now I have a potion, and now if you notice, I can say no thanks again, but he won't give me another potion because he knows he's already given me one. So there's some dialogue history there, which is cool. And then I can also grab this potion and I can put it in a quick slot. Then I can save the game, and so if you'll watch down here, I'm just gonna press. I've got a couple of keys hooked up so that I can test the save and load functionality. So I'll hit that, and it says saving to this player slot. So it should have saved that I have one potion and that I have it in the quick slot, and it should save the dialogue. So when I come back in, we should see. Well, actually, let's do this. Let's get into another thread, and then I'll save it again. Then we'll leave, reload. Okay, so now I will load the data back, and you'll see the potion come back. So that's a string representation of what I've loaded, and you can see there's the potion again, and the dialogue will resume where it was. So then we can go up here, grab the sword, and I'll select the sword and put it in the Z quick slot so that I can use that. And oh, what do we have here? I've got an error. Well, that's one that I have not seen. What do we have? Huh. I haven't seen that. I'm going to start it over and see what that's all about. Probably a result of some of the other timing changes that I've done. Grab the sword. Select a quick slot. Yeah. So where are we here? Emit signal, wait, play, finished. Oh yeah, well, no. Yeah, okay. That was working yesterday, that's funny. I believe it's not working because, if I remember correctly, no, it's in his hand. What's that all about? Do one more run. I want to check that tree. It may be that I thought that's just a blink timer. So he's already, that's just a player timer. Nothing in the hand. Let's break right here. I'll go grab the sword. Matter of fact, I'll grab the sword and I'm going to save. Actually, no. I'm going to grab the sword. Oh, I loaded. Whoops. I messed that up. Sorry. We want to save that and not load it. We can't actually, yeah. Grab the sword and save just so I'll have it, so I don't have to come up here and get it. And then we'll do that, and we'll check this breakpoint out here. We'll do a little bit of sleuthing. I thought that timer would be, well, it should be in there. So we get right back here. Did it not happen that time? Whoa, crazy. It didn't happen that time. Well, that's a little bit disturbing. I'm not... Let's load it back. I'll... Which language is that? That's starting with writing this game on your Godot series. Awesome, man! I absolutely must follow it. Yeah, it's called GDScript. It's the scripting language of Godot, the Godot engine. Yeah, yes, yeah, you got it. It's definitely a Python, sort of a subset of Python. That's exactly what it was designed to be. There are some other projects that actually implement the full, I believe, the full Python. They're kind of working on implementing the full Python in Godot. Now it's working. Why did it not work before? That's disturbing. It's disturbing to me anyway. Let's go do this real quick. Let's get into this. Yeah, we've already found it. So I'm going to save this. Let's try this again. We'll do a reload. Load the data. And yeah, he doesn't have a sword right now. Yeah, I've got some things I gotta take care of there. All right. One of the other things that needs to be saved is the player's position. And so here we are. Here's the save data structure. It's just a dictionary. And I'm going to say save data player position equals player dot global position. I think that's how that works. Let's do a save and a load and see if that actually makes sense. Because there's several positions that you can save and load. Actually, let's go ahead and go all the way and say player global position equals save data dot player position. Oh, it's, yeah, sorry. It becomes loaded data, not saved. Certainly, that's one of those disadvantages, right? Of a scripting, dynamic scripting language. Let's go over to the next screen and let's just save it right there. Then we'll exit out, reload, and we'll try to load that data, and I get a set global position on kinematic body. There's a couple of things we really actually need to do. We need to move the camera over there instantly as well. So we're gonna have to do some camera work. So right now the camera, well, you've seen it. It has a bit of a smoothing applied to it. We'll have to remove that temporarily while we set the position. So what I need is a global position. I believe it's global position. I thought, yes, no 2D global position. That's what we want. Here, and maybe I can just I wonder if it will grab the right node if I use that. Let's try it. Why not? So let's say player dot set global position. And it would be this. Probably going to complain still. It's one of those things, you know. Check this again. Set. See, I shouldn't have to do that. It's a setter getter, but let's see what this does. Yes. Oh, I didn't even check to see it prints this too. I'm gonna go ahead and just load it as soon as it comes in. Did it actually print that output? It did. There it is right there. So it's loaded. We're just having trouble. Yeah. I think... Can I just say self? Yes? Or do I actually have to expose that global position? Invalid. Get index self on based kinematic body 2D. Okay. So that's what it's. Yeah, we may. I don't want to do that. Why can't I just set? I know why. It's the player script is attached to a kinematic body 2D. And he derives from a kinematic body 2D, but I can refer to the global position from inside. Let's do a quick Google search, yes? So let's say GD script. Whoops, GD script set global position. Let's just be real specific on kinematic body 2D. But I do want to set it. Wait. I do want to set its position because I must. Maybe it does have just a position property. Let me try that. Yes. Well, the kinematic body itself doesn't have a specific property called that, but I think there is a standard, just plain old position property. So we'll just see if this works real quick. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I didn't spell it right. Silly me. Let's see if that was the whole problem the whole time. Perhaps it was. Yes, it was. Beautiful. Okay, but I want to get rid of that camera. I don't want that camera to do that whenever we're in here and we loaded everything. It should snap directly to. So what I have is I have enabled smoothing on the camera, and I will want to disable it while we set that position. You'll see. Very simple thing, yes? Perhaps? No? Do I have the... Yes, I have the snapper. Yes, I have a snapper. So I can get camera 2D from snapper. let's go ahead and create. We have. Why do I have the snapper? Am I using that somewhere? Oh, I am. Just using the snapper global position. So let's create a variable called camera. Then we'll get the node. Well, actually, let's do this. We can say get node camera 2D. We can do this, say snapper.get node. This way we have camera, and then we'll just we'll disable the smoothing. Yeah. So when we load and we set the position, we will come in like this and say smoothing enabled equals false. Then we will say smoothing enabled equals true. Actually, we need a function here to set, because this is where you get. I didn't make all those. No, no, I wish. I just made it. There's a few of them that I made. The really cool electronica music, like the one playing right now, I didn't make, but I did make a few of them. Let's see. I do plan on trying to make some more for the stream and such, you know. I think I want a. I think it would be nicer to have add a function like this one. This one's mine. Yippee! Yeah. I think it'd be easier on this to have a function, and we'll just say set target position. And we'll put new position, and we'll say I'm going to do this. Otherwise, am I even using the target? Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, I am. All right. So I'll say target dot global position, and I'll spell it right this time, equals new position. And then the way we'll do this, so that we don't have to wait for an update to come along, we will go ahead and update the position, like so. And we will grab the, that way we don't have to have camera here anymore, so we can remove that. But we will add a camera variable here, and we'll grab camera, which we probably really don't have to. I'm gonna grab it. It was probably still faster. Camera 2D. So now we can see. We'll do this. Camera. Actually, I have it on the other. Here, we want to take this, and we'll pull it back over in this function here. So we'll update the grid position, and we set to true. So that will stop. That will make the camera instantly go to that position. So it's the camera, or the target's position. Target's position, and updates the camera and grid snapper's position instantly. Turning off camera smoothing. Something. Smoothing. Get rid of that camera smoothing, right? No more. And then all we have to do is we can say snipper, yes, dot set target position, and loaded data player position. Yeah. Okay. Let's give that a go and see what happens, eh? Okay, load it, and that didn't work. Why didn't that work? I guess probably because camera dot local. Actually, I think it's just position. I think it's the local position equals vector 2. Just zero it out. Zero it out, you know. Say load. That didn't work again. Again, it didn't work. See, if we turn this, okay, I'm going to turn it off here. We load. Oh, I'm confused now. Yeah, this is the right camera. The smoothing is what does that. Camera is invisible. So if we turn off the smoothing, load the game, and I'll walk to another screen. Yes, see, that's good. That's what we want. But if I load, wait, I will load again. Yeah, it turned, okay, it turned it back on. I guess it didn't. Well, let's do this. I will leave it turned off first, and we'll see if this works. That works. Okay, so it's getting turned on too soon, but I set position. Maybe that position isn't the right one. No 2D. There's probably like a position 2D or something. Position relative to the node's parent. Oh, and the grid snapper itself. It's oh, the grid position works. Just to prove that, let's print it before we set the global position of this grid snapper, which is here. Okay, and we'll print it after when we set the target, so we can check and make sure that we do indeed move over where we're supposed to go. Yeah, it worked that time. Well, of course it worked. So I guess when you turn smoothing back on like this, it try something really no, I know that's not going to work. I guess there must be some caching of that signale. Yeah, smoothing should be on. You want to turn on smoothing only when scrolling. Yeah. Well, and I do, but I want it whenever we load the game. I turn it off, and it works. But the issue is, so see, I can come in here and comment this out, so I can disable scrolling or smoothing here. And if we run this code, it's good. It works. So we'll pop into the game and I'll load the previous one, which should put us on the screen, and it does. But if I set the camera position to zero it out locally, and then I re-enable smoothing, that's what happens. Is it does that. So I turn the smoothing off, and then I set the position, and then I turn the smoothing back on. So I'm not sure why that's doing that, unless it's being buffered somehow. So I was checking into the game here. Well, I think I want to be able to allow the player to load a game at any time, and that right there, I should be able to turn off the smoothing, do what I need to do, and set the camera's position, and then it should snap there immediately, and then I should be able to re-enable smoothing. Now, what I may have to do, and I would rather not, is I might be able to do a yield idle frame. It may require an update to be allowed before I re-enable camera smoothing. That's a possibility. Let's see. Nope. That didn't work either. I wonder if I could, let me turn down the, that's a little bit louder. Let me try something else. Actually, let's look into Camera 2D real quick. I want to look at smoothing. Look at that. There's a reset smoothing. That may be what I want. Look at that. That's what I want. That's what I want right there. So they have thought of it. So I don't even have to disable it. So then I can say camera dot reset smoothing. Now, let's see if it works. Did not work. Sets the camera's position immediately to its current smoothing destination. And I didn't turn smoothing off. Not this time. It's enabled. Alright, let's read a little more. What is that? Update scroll. Not sure what that means. Smoothing speed. I don't think any of these are going to help me. No. Let's go back down to this other one. Maybe I'm just misunderstanding it. It says reset smoothing. But see, I'm good because smoothing is enabled. Okay. I got one more thing to try. That smoothing speed may work. Well, yeah, well, it depends. I mean, if I have a huge level and I'm, say, 15 screens away, even if my smoothing speed is real fast, it wouldn't be immediate. I want immediate. I'm going to do this yield again. It may be that I may need to wait one frame and allow things to update again. I wish it would let me see that smoothing speed. I'm going to take a dive into the code because we can. The actual source code. That's the beauty that it is. Reset smoothing. And we want to look at this. Smooth camera position equals camera position. Well, that seems pretty clear. Yeah, see, they're doing all this stuff. There may be a bug, actually. There might be a boogo. The cat stirs. Yes. Set zoom. We don't care about zoom. Not here. Smoothing enabled. Yes. Where are we? Get camera transform. Strange. Oh, you know what? The way they're calculating it, you may actually be onto something. Oh, wait a minute. No, you... I mean, if I set it to I think if I set it to 0, it's not going to work. Let's just set it to 0. No smoothing. Let's see what happens. I just walk to the next screen. Yeah, see, doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, that makes sense. That's what I thought. Okay, so yeah, I need... So that's the speed. So speed of 0 won't go anywhere. What's odd is if I want to set the camera position. Yeah. I mean, I don't think... I shouldn't have to have that. I shouldn't have to mess with that either. What's that? Let's set the global position. Set the global position equal to this position. Let's see what we get with that. So we're going to set the global camera position instead of the regular position. Load, and it's still doing it. So that reset smoothing isn't getting the job done. Not even close. What's this? Update scroll. What is that? What does update scroll do? That's interesting. Let's do something interesting here. Let's do a camera dot false update scroll. See what happens. Huh? Boom. We get exactly what we want, eh? And I can go over here. So, force update scroll. It just calls update scroll, and update scroll. Whoops, I passed right by it. Grabs the camera transform, sets everything, screen offset. So I think it must respond to this. So I'm in either way. Yes, exactly. It works. That is the point. I'm going to try this real quick. Maybe I don't even need that. Although I think it should be required. Yes. Okay. So I wonder if I can go back to this now. I feel like this would be just better. Yeah. All right, that's good. I'm down with that, as they say. All right, now what I need to do, well, there's a couple of things I need to do, but what I wanted to do here initially was get back here. And I have a, where is it? Right here. Yeah. So I need to know if an object has been picked up. But in order to do that, it needs to be uniquely identified. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to look into. Godot does have something called an RID. It's a resource ID, and you can get at it from GD script. My question is it? That's okay. That's what I'm asking right there. You can't save them. Okay, so then they're different every time. Dang it. That would have been perfect. So they don't save resource IDs. That makes it more difficult. So what I'd like to do is write a tool I need to write like a GD script tool that when you're editing a scene and you place an object, whenever you create a new node, basically like that, it should call a callback. What I want to do is, I already have the functionality for this. I want to give all of my items a unique identifier. That way I'll know which items should be deleted and which items should be moved. So if an item has been used, it will be deleted. But those are only, see, I only need to do that for the items that have been placed in the editor. So anything that's created in runtime in the game, I could have a, so the structure I'm thinking of is, I'm going to uncomment this just for a moment. So we'll have this we'll call it, we'll have a save data, we'll call it something like world items. And save data world items contains we'll just say contains all items that need to be deleted. Slash moved. So those would be the existing items that need to be deleted and moved. Plus, well, let's say plus any new items created during the game. So the structure would look like this. It would look like world items. So the name of the scene. So we would key it off of that, and then we could probably have a key called like new items, and that would be something like this. It would have a item name of item, and it would have position. So that's going to be the items global position. Makes sense, yeah? And in addition to that, we'll have one called existing items, and that will either be, so if for an existing item will either be null if it's gone, used, or a global position if it's moved. That's the idea. So this one's easy for the most part. It's these pre-placed, pre-existing items where I'll need a unique identifier in order to be able to distinguish those. Maybe I won't, though, because if I create another potion, say here in the game, yes, I will. I still will need that, because if I were to create, so they're uniquely named here. So if I start the game and I just use these names, then I could successfully delete the correct one, but no, because I can't, I have no idea which were created in the editor versus which ones were created outside the editor. I could index them by position. But it's a floating. Maybe it's not. I could, but if I deleted an item and dropped it in the same position, would that give me an issue? I mean, I have a way to. Whoops. I have a way to. Where did it go? Be capable. So I have a way to generate a unique identifier. I don't know. I think I need to know whether they're pre-existing. Maybe I could do that. You might be right. I'm just trying to think of a situation that might occur where you you drop an item in exactly the same position. Since we're in the grid, we're in a grid. All the items are placed. Well, is that true? They're all placed on a grid. Well, they're all placed at least at pixel locations. I mean, the UID works. It's great, but it's just that whenever I place an item in the editor, I want it to automatically generate a new unique identifier, universally unique identifier, and I don't really have a way to do that because from what I get from the editor tools, it doesn't allow you to do that. So I like the idea of the GUID because that makes sure that it's that particular item. I mean, if I dropped another item in the same exact location where an existing item was, then it would delete that. Then that item, yeah. So it needs to have a. I mean, I suppose I could have a Boolean that says if it's been created in real time or in the game, and I could check that too. Yeah, that's a good point. So let me think about that. So you see right now, it's just generating a unique identifier when you get into the game. But whenever you make one of these during the game, you're still going to have to do something extra. So you still got to have a Boolean. You still have to set a Boolean value. I'd rather not have to do that. See, I wish that this was called as soon as you drag one in, but I don't think that any of this is run until you actually run the game. Which is what, yes, okay, yes. Which is what I was gonna. Do. So I actually have these in a group right now. I have them in an item group. So when you first load the scene, the only things that would exist would be the items that you'd placed. So I could call. So only when I load a game, or no, only when the scene is loaded, which means that if I load a game, I'd have to reload the scene. That's fine. Let me get rid of that. And let's say, let's have a function on this thing called move or delete. Yeah, and I think we'll do exactly kind of what you said. Dragon Hunter, and we'll index them by position. So I will send I will call the move or delete function, and I will give it this table, or that dictionary. Existing items. And then it will say yes, I think this will work. Since we can do it when a scene is loaded, that actually does make sense. So we get called here and we have an existing, or let's say yeah, I don't think I'll need that. I think this will work, I think. So what I want to try to do is I'll say if existing items has now this might get a bit expensive, but we'll check and see. So if this has, we will string global position.x. This might get expensive. We'll see. Global position dot y. Oops. Y. I was gonna make it a string. Let's see. Let's see, does Godot have any bit operations, perhaps? Or shift, probably was what I really want. Shift. Not really. Dot td script bitwise operations. No, I want a shift. Actually, I want a bit. This is bit shift operations. I guess I should just go here, right? Okay, it does. It does! So then I should be able to, instead of doing the string deal, I could say, let's assume the world is no larger than 65,535 by 65,535. I think that's pretty safe. So I'm gonna say var hash. We'll just call it let's call it a key. Key equals global position dot x shifted up by 16. So I'm not sure if it's sign extends, and I'll just do that, and then we'll say plus global position dot y. I guess we should also do this 0x. Yes. And then we could say if existing item has this key, then print I exist. Let's actually check. Let's go ahead and check it. If existing items, let's see, what did I say? Let's do this. False. Let's make it null. Let's just make it null. So if the item exists, an existing item of key equals null, then Q free. Delete it. Else global position equals existing item. Oops. Existing items of key. So basically, do we move it or do we delete it? What about saving? So if an item no longer exists, I can't know that. Maybe recycle items. Yeah. If this item gets deleted, is there a callback for? There isn't really. There's no callback. That could be a node callback. I guess it would be exit tree. Of course, there's a lot of times whenever they're going to be exiting the tree, so I don't want to do that. Oh. Yeah, the recycling would involve some more complexity. I want to try to keep it more simple, if you will. This is a little bit slower. Slower progress than I expected. I mean, I could have another function that's called set trying to think of a good name for it. Pre or set pre-existing item, which would simply set bar. Actually, let's do this. Set editor. We can do this, I believe. Editor placed. So editor placed, and then we could say editor placed equals true. So then we would know which items were editor placed, because when we load a scene, only items that will exist will be the editor placed items. I think I'm not seeing the I don't think I'm going to have any items that the properties or anything will change on them. It'll just be whether they exist or not, and where are they in the game world. But I need a way to notify Oh, they're in groups. I have an item group, which is how was planning on calling these methods right here. Getting them moved will be no problem. We could say func save moved, and then we could go existing items. We could just pass everybody the existing items database or object, and then we could say if not editor placed. So if there were items that were created at runtime, we just return. Otherwise, we can say existing items That's how we can do it. Aha! Yes! 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 So I want this still. I think I know how to do it. There's our key. So we tell it where our position is. Yeah. So before we would save this, and here we would ask the existing items to declare themselves, but to set a key that said that, so that if they get deleted, then they never save where they were moved to, or they never, if they get, yeah, that would work. That'll work. So save. We could even do this here and say and instead of no, I'll leave it. Yep. Except no, because if it's moved, it's gonna have a different global position. So what we need is to have the key. We need a key that says var key holds a key that's generated from the item's global position. And then when you enter the tree, we will set wherever you are in the global, that's the key. So that never changes from when the item is. Yeah, that makes sense, I think. Then we would call in manager whenever we decide we want to do this. We would call in manager get tree call group the items group. Then we would say set editor placed, and then we would also pass it existing items. And then we would call mover delete. Except I think we need to say, if you already have a key to us, and set editor, let's just do this. If you have a key, if you don't have a key, that's when we'll set this. In other words, if existing items is an existing, like from a save game, then it will have a key, and we don't want to mess with it because we're about to do a move or delete. Otherwise, we're grabbing all these now wait. We need to go in here and say func is there not a scene loaded. Okay, we need that. I need a scene loaded callback of some sort. GD script on scene loaded. Okay, it's not exactly what I want, but let's see what we got. Yeah, change scene, but I want to know. Well, actually, wait. I think it will. Isn't that a? Root. Yeah, it's not going to show me. Yeah. Oh, look, we have float. Operands float and int in operator. No! So how do we make this an int? Can we just GD script convert to int? There are custom signals. You can make signals, but I wanted that one. I want one that that fires when the tree is loaded. So yeah, you can actually you can create scripts that have custom signals on it. I'll just do this. Okay, that's all I need then. So I can say int. If I can actually type it correctly, and we can say int let's just see how that holds up. It does, it holds up. So yeah, what I want is I want to call back when scene loads. Yeah, this. But I'm not using Unity. I want Godot. And that's not what I want. I don't want that. I think I know that this is probably not going to help me. Yeah. See, because I have a singleton. How about this? Let's be a little more specific. GD script detect when scene changes. Surely I can test and check when the scene changes. Because we need that. We will need that. All right. Don't see it. believe that enter tree is called before ready. There's one call whenever it gets inserted into the tree. Yes, I agree. It should be possible. You are correct, Dragon Hunter. See, enter tree is called first. So when we enter the tree, in other words, when we first load the scene, we'd want to do something like that. And of course, existing items is going to need to already be set up. Dog, it's already going to need to be set up. So, what did I call that down here? World items. World items. I don't think it lets me do this. I don't think I can. No, I can. I can set it equal to nothing. And then we enter tree, I can say world items. Let's just say existing items. Equals that, and then to do place existing items into the world items. Dictionary. Dictionaries are great. Let's see. Since this is a singleton, I don't believe he's ever unloaded. What I should do is create a new scene and see what happens with all this stuff. Let's hit F5. Any singletons are added on the outside. See, there's my singleton. And then I have this fellow. That's the fellow. Let's see, how can I get, okay, let me think. What we want, I want to get tree dot get node get tree returns the scene tree that contains the node. It's exactly what I want to do initially. So see, we'll have the change scene, which is what we'll do later. But perhaps I'm wrong about the manager. Maybe the manager just gets reloaded every time. I haven't checked. I thought the singletons stay. I'll see. I'll see. So I would want to probably get the node count, and then I should be able to get a node from this group, because I want to start from the top. Start from the top. And then if I send get tree dot get, I I don't even know there may not be count -1. Let's see if let's see if it balks when I do that. Does it freeze up? Yeah. So oh look. Current scene. Let's see what is and was that a yeah, it's just a property. Let's try to print that. Is it going to tell me the game? It does. So the singletons are excluded from that. That's what I want, man. I want the name of our current scene. That is exactly what I want. So this would be scene name equals that. Then we can go to world items. Scene name equals. Well, hold on now. We'll make sure I got this right. I wonder if it'll let me do .new as a key. We'll try that. So we can do this .existing. So these are already existing. Equals existing items. Let's see if we can. Let's see if that's actually working. Okay. So where's our existing items? Global. Say, can I not? Nope. Well, I guess let's see. We should be able to. Let's run her to here, and but then, yeah, but then our world item should be, and it's not populated. Well, that's a load of crummy. I wonder if it has something to do with this. Let's do this. Print. Hello. Just so we'll have something else to break on. No, there's nothing in there. Let's actually check those existing items. There's a nice way to show it. We can JSON print the data. So we'll just JSON print the existing items and see if they're actually. Let's see if they're actually. problem. So we have to do it like this for this particular situation. Nope, we have to create it first. I see. World, items, scene, name. That is going to be an object. Then we should be able to go back to existing. If I can spell it correctly. I never can. Well, I can spell it. I know how to spell it. Just my fingers aren't working right. Now we're at the breakpoint, and we have a dictionary of world items. Show me the world items, please. Why won't you show me the world items? I want to see them. Actually, we should have them printed out, right? There's nothing there. Let's check and make sure our potions are in the group that we're thinking they're in. They should be in the items group. It could be problematic the way we're doing this since we're doing inner tree here. So we may have to add some additional control. Maybe. Because as soon as these guys enter the tree, they may actually, that's probably what it is. They don't exist yet. Because it's the manager enters the tree first. The ready is called after everybody else under the manager has been set up. That's our issue. That's exactly what's wrong. That's what's going on. So instead of calling that there, let's say set up all existing items. Let's say all pre-existing editor created items that weren't created during gameplay. Right, so let's add a function, and we already have a function here, but let's say set up pre-existing items. Still not sure how I'm going to do this. There's lots of moving parts here. Let's see what happens. We still have an empty. Let's go into our inventory slot. No, not inventory slot. Close that. Don't need it. Let's close all these documents. You can say close docs and it'll close them all the docs. We want to go into interactable. No, I'm sorry, pickupable. And let's say print. Let's see if we editor. Are we getting called at all? We are. We are indeed. But perhaps this should be false instead of null. Not false, false. Yes? Yep, we are still... Oh, look. That's printed. Have I got this have I got this backwards, or does it take time to call this group? Call group. Let's check that. We probably need to know what the group call flags are. There we are. So let's look at these. What does it mean? So nobody's telling us what it means. Let's see. Let's see if we can't find out. We may need to change them flags right there. Godot. What does the parameter flag for sync? That's what we want to know. Yes. That's what we want. That is what we want. You know what? I may submit a patch to the documentation to explain those, because that's annoying to not have those there. So the flags are first. So it's call group flags. So we'll say call group flags, and then we'll put call group real time, and that's why we weren't seeing those little fellows getting set up immediately. Really? Oh, so I probably have to do scene tree dot call group real time. Yes? There they are. See? Since we're calculating this once, we probably could just go ahead and do a just, it would be more clear as to what's going on. So maybe I'll do this instead. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So they're all nulled out. Let's check it, shall we? Yeah, let's do. Set up pre-existing items. I'm going to change that again. Editor placed items. And then we'll go here. Now we have cat. What are you doing? Editor placed items. So when the ready is called, we'll set up the editor placed items. When we save, we will do another call, and that call will be to here. Save moved, and we'll go into existing items. So when we save, we'll do get tree call group flags scene tree dot call real time items save moved, and I'm just going to go ahead and get it from here. Be world items of scene name. So let's see what we get. So if I come over here and I grab this potion that we see down here, I should have printed that. Wait, let's print that. Let's do the same thing that we did I need to close that one. I keep getting confused. So print right here. We're printing the existing items, and I want to do the same thing when we existing items. So let's go ahead and grab that from the world items, and then we'll do a print again just to see what that new tree looks like. Then when we load, we can call update any, let's say move slash delete any editor placed items. We'll do a tree call real time, and we will move or delete. And we will grab the existing items. But we're going to need to check to see if there are any existing items for this scene. So let's get the scene name. We'll say if world items has the scene name, then grab those existing items and then call the move or delete on them. F5, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no, we don't have to do that. So we should now see our 1, 2, 3, 4 items down here that printed, as Catius is looking very anxiously here. He's very much awake. So we have 2 potions here. I have a potion over here and a sword. And I probably should put the name of the item as well, or the type, maybe. Actually, I guess I don't have to. So I'll pick up this potion, then we'll save. Oh wait, I loaded. So sorry, I messed it up. Rerun. Push the wrong button. Pick this potion up. Save. So what do we have? Okay, look at that. Oh yeah, we need... That's right. We've got to do dot existing. Forgot about that. So we need to give it that may be no. We'll probably have to come through and check that and make sure that it actually exists. And we'll need to do this, and that should actually get us to the correct deal here. So as you can see down here, 4 items. All of them are claiming to be editor placed. We'll grab one, save the game. This one still exists. This one still exists. This one still exists, and this one is null. Perfect. Now, what I'd rather see instead of those really wonky numbers, I'd rather see a plain old... And maybe I don't have pixel snap. I have pixel snap on. So really, it should be a... which one is that? Which one would that be? That may be this one, actually. Mine's 228. Are we that close? Yeah. It's probably this one. I'm going to load that again. We'll do a save one more time. Okay. Save. Let's see. I thought I was converting that to an integer. Wasn't I? I thought that's what that did. Maybe I just need to do floor. That'll just grab the floor. So anything that was placed at like a 0.7 or whatever is going to get floored. But I don't know. The numbers look better. So watch it. Check it out, man. It's still doing it. Oops. I don't want the script asset library. Huh. Int should do it, I would think. See? Int. That's what I want. That's what I want right there, doggies. I want integer. Oh, of course. I'm crazy here. We're actually giving it the global position here. So we're giving it the full. So let's just say we only want to save the integer portion of that. Is it strictly necessary? Not really, but it makes things cleaner. And there's really no need to fool with those. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. Now, let's grab this potion, save, and that looks a lot better. So I'm going to reload the game, and we'll see if we can make that other potion disappear. Load. Oh, yes. Yes. Because we're loading that, and we need to reconcile that stuff that we loaded. Oh boy. Oh boy. It just keeps getting better, doesn't it? What are you doing? Is that a sneeze? What is that? You got a hairball? Yeah, I'm getting closer. You alright? You alright, Cadius? He doesn't complain much. Are you parched? Do you need some water, maybe? No, that's not water. That's a camera. We'll turn Catius off for now. Yeah, all I need to do now, I think, is reconcile these two. What this means, of course, is, oh, yeah, see, I'm not sure about this. Because what this means is if I do it this way, say I do this way and I finish the game, I release it, and I want to move one of the items. Well, that messes everything up. Yeah, so I still need to assign unique identifiers. I want to be able to move these items around in the editor. You see what I mean? Because if I save a game and then one of these items is here, well, that's its key. Well, if I move it in the editor, then that key is going to change. And then any save game that had that in it won't work. So we're kind of back where we started from. Yep, yes, true, indeed. Indeed, Dragon Hunter. So, I think I don't really want to do that, but I could turn this into a tool. You're a tool. I think you can actually render buttons in a tool. I just don't want to have to, every time I add an item, I don't want to have to set it. What are you doing, cat? Hi. Don't step on my keyboard, cat. I think he slept enough. How to create a tool node and have it visible in the tree. We don't really want to do that. Well, there is. I do know that. What are you doing, boy? No scratching. No, he's not scratching. He's decided to clean himself now. Lovely. The things we put up with, yes? I'm gonna check this. No. Don't do that. You know better. No scratching that. You got your own scratching post, cat. Go scratch on it. Editor selection. Manages the scene tree selection in the editor. Oh, look at this. Selection changed. Emitted when the selection changes. That might work. That might actually work. Let's go. Oh, let's remove the tool keyword here and move this. We'll go into my tools and let's create a new, and let's call it scripts, tools, item UID, or I sell item GUID setter, because that's what I wanted to do, set them item GUIDs, you know. So then we should be able to say function ready, print ready. All right. So now can I set the editor selection dot okay, hold on. getting too many messages. So this is emitted when the selection changes. And again, that might work. That might work. I don't know. Because if we come in here, we add another node. See, the selection just changed. So when you add a node, the selection changes. The question is, how do you hook it up? So GD script signal selection changed. Yes, how do you... So we would say no, connect, or no, editor Now that sounds to me like that would be a place that one could possibly patch and add a new node created signal as well. So we got selection changed. I'll do that in a minute. Selection changed. I believe it's target, self, and on selection changed. Func. Now the question is, what does it pass into here? Print. Selection changed. Plumbing the depths of GD script on a Saturday night. What fun. Yes? Selection changed. Look at that. Oh, that's where I want a signal to be emitted. I want a signal to be emitted right there. So I could say actually, let's keep you. I'm going to keep him set there. I'm going to do a search for add signal. Let's take a look at what we've got. any kind of node. That's a create dialog. Let's see, there's editor data. Surely there is a signal I can connect to that says, hey, a node's been created. Asset selected, that's library editor stuff. Ramp changed. Project created, variant changed. This is about the only way you can explore these because they're not tucked away in a nice tidy define anywhere. You just kind of, they're all littered throughout the code. I don't agree with that, but whatever. It makes it more difficult. Of course, all I have to do is search on the add signal. Selected, script, break completed, changed. There's a lot of them. As there should be. Maybe there isn't one. Yeah, that's not what I want. None of this stuff. Okay. I'll just leave that there. We'll see what we can do with this. Oh, that's what I wanted. To see doesn't have any parameters at all. It doesn't look like it. Okay, so this should be running. Let me go output. I mean, it knows when you create a node, it should emit that signal. Okay, I'm gonna drag an interactable. Let's drag a potion in. Actually, that's true. All I have to do is just change the selection. But I didn't see. I think I have to reload everything. To reload that game scene. Or no, I have to. No, it has to be. Yeah, I have to have it in the daggum scene. Forgot about that. Well, and then I add a script to this. I would say scripts, tools, go, etc. Load. So that. And then I may have to save that and reload it again. Tool. Yeah, let me just use inner tree instead of, I actually don't think ready is called on a tool. I could be wrong, but I don't think it is. And that would explain things. Identifier not found on selection changed. There it is. Oh. It's got to be a string. There it is. Pachow. So if I do this, is it working? Here, clear this. I'm not seeing anything happen there. You know what I need to do? I need to remove that signal. Func exit tree. Editor selection dot. Let's see, how do you disconnect a signal? GD script disconnect signal. I figured it'd be like a disconnect. Disconnect. Avoid disconnect. But that editor selection doesn't seem to have a disconnect. Let's see what happens. So we should be loading this, and if I delete it, non-existent signal, selection changed. I'm going to add another node in there. And I'd say this is going to about get her done for tonight. We'll add a node and I will attach, not a resource, I will add a script, a tool script, load. Script is attached. And as I said before, I think you have to reload game. Look at that. Connect, non-existent function, connect persist in GD script base class. So that didn't work in the first place. It's funny because it looked like it was the right thing. How about that? Huh. All right. Well, that's going to be it for tonight or today, wherever and whenever you are. It's been great hanging out, and we'll see you, Cadius and I will see you next time. Goodbye.